Well, good morning. Today is Sunday, July 23rd, and we have a few birthdays today. Today is my nephew, who's also my godson, PJ, whose real name is Patrick. I gave him the nickname of PJ when he was born, and then we ended up nicknaming the nickname Peach. But he goes by Patrick, but I still call him PJ. But today is his 45th birthday. But guess what? He doesn't watch my channel. He doesn't get a song. He's not even on Facebook or anything like that. So I sent him a text message this morning to wish him a happy birthday. So happy birthday to PJ. I'll blow him a kiss even though he'll never receive it. It's out there in the universe. He'll catch it. And it's also my nephew Mike's son, James. Today's his 3rd birthday. And obviously at 3 years old, he doesn't watch me either. But his dad does watch. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear James. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Big kiss for James, 3 years old already. I just couldn't believe that when I looked at my calendar this morning that he was 3 years old. I'm thinking, I think he was just born last year, the year before maybe, but not 3 years ago. James is growing up too fast. But it's also Naomi C's birthday, so Naomi, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Naomi. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope all 3 of you have a great birthday. What else was I going to say? Just kind of sitting outside here. We're going to read. Yesterday I was so bummed. The weather forecast for the whole week said that there was not going to be any rain, none at all. So I took all the covers off of my furniture out here in the back, and I was sitting and hoping for company. I never got any company yesterday. But anyway, I thought I'm all set. It's not going to rain. It's not predicting rain. And so then Jim was watching the Tiger game. I'm always amazed when I hear Edie going on and on about her baseball, how she just loves watching baseball. And Joan over at Joan's Pointed Plate, Edie's Adventures, and Joan at Joan's Pointed Plate, how much they love watching their baseball. I don't like watching baseball. Jim will sit and watch the Tigers, who lose every single game, it seems like. But he's a faithful fan. Let me tell you, he's a faithful fan. He watches all the time. I just don't understand how anybody can sit for 9 innings of baseball. I used to play baseball. I played softball. But I know baseball, softball, I consider it the same thing, basically. But I played shortstop, and I was a pitcher. Anyway, I just don't see that. So how did I get on the subject of baseball? Oh, back to my old ways. Jim was watching the ball game yesterday, and Detroit is probably about 15 miles, maybe 20 miles south of where I live. And they had to delay the game in the 2nd inning because of rain. And so then I thought, well, they haven't predicted rain for me. I don't have to worry. So I was watching TV, and I went in to get a glass of water, and I thought, is that rain? And I was listening, and it was rain. It was raining here. And so I had to run out here and put the covers on, and a couple of the things were already wet. So I got the covers off of them today just so that the sun will dry the cushions. But they weren't predicting rain. So today, they're not predicting rain once again. But guess what? The cover only came off of this chair. Well, that's off of the couch because the couch really got wet before. We have a gazebo canopy or whatever above us. And let me see if I can show you. Not that you can see, but see there, and we have a fan. We have all that good stuff. So, but for some reason, you don't get wet in here, but the carpet gets wet because it rolls off and whatever. But but where the couch is, the rain comes off of the canopy and lands on the couch. So that's why the couch got wet. But so we hurried up and put the covers on, and then it rained it rained hard. It rained really, really hard. But for probably maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It was raining so hard that the gutters couldn't handle the water. It was like shooting off the gutters. It just couldn't handle it. We have gutter guards in ours so we don't get leaves in it. But anyway, and the thing is, we couldn't get our sprinkler system to work yesterday, so we called for a repair. They're supposed to come this week to repair the gutters, or not the gutters, the sprinkler system. So then Jim says, well, I guess we don't have to worry about you getting out there and watering the plants, because I was going to do that in the evening last night. I was going to do that. So thank you, Mother Nature took care of that for me, so I didn't have to worry about getting out here to hold the hose and wind it all up and all that good stuff. So I did that. But the reason I was bringing that up was the guy that was supposed to do our patio finished the patio in the front, not the, like our pavers in the front, hasn't been able to put the final seal on because it's never stopped raining long enough for the and I'm not complaining, I like that it's raining. It saves me from, keeps my flowers growing and my grass and all that good stuff going, but he hasn't been able to put the final seal on. So he did text me yesterday. He says, oh, it looks like a good week ahead, they're not predicting rain, so I'm going to probably come and finish up your pavers. But now I'm not too sure. We're supposed to, I'm not going to, what do you call it, Diana Antu has been texting me how hot it is in Texas. It was like 104, 106, 108. No, I don't need but we're going to get into the high 90s this week. So my air conditioner will be kicking, but it's not on right now. Jim's not home. He got up early to go with his friend up to the Thumb in Michigan, right up here to the top, because he was there a couple weeks ago with the same friend, and they had bought some sort of a gun. I don't know what kind of gun, but when he got home it wasn't working right. So he called the guy that he sold it at the shop, and they're open on Sundays. And so Jim and his friend Paul went up there like 8 o'clock this morning. So they went up there, and I told him the other day, I said, there's something wrong with the keypad on the garage door opener because it doesn't always open. He says, oh, you're just not punching the number in right. And I go, no, when I go for my walk, I always make sure I bring the house key so I can get in the front door, because you can't, my back door is through my garage. You can't get to my back door unless you get through my garage. And so I said, I always bring my key. And he goes, well, I just think you're not putting the number in right. So this morning he left, I was still in bed, and then the doorbell rings, and I go to the front door, and there's Jim at the door, and he says, the keypad's not working for the garage, I forgot something. I says, no, maybe you're just not putting the number in right. He says, ha ha ha. So he's going to look at that. It came with the house when we came with the house, so I don't know. I just changed the battery a couple weeks ago, so I know it's not the battery. I just wondered if it might be a loose wire or something. Because if you open it in the garage and through the back door in the garage, it'll open, and it opens at the car. So I'm thinking it's got to be something in the actual keypad that's loose, like a wire or something. But anyway, the book is really good, Razor Blade Tears. I'm balancing my stand on that, so you can't I can't bring, well, maybe I can. Let me see if I can bring it out. Don't fall on me. Just so you can see it. I'm half done. When I was up north, that's all I did was read, but I'm trying to catch up on my videos. So I binged watched Edie over at Edie's Adventures yesterday. So I binged watched her. Who else did I watch? I watched a couple of the what do you call it? The collab videos that we did the other day, or the ones that I screwed up. Thank you, Jerry. The ones I screwed up the other time, but I did have it up on the right day, but I didn't watch any of those. So I'm gonna read a little bit today, and then I'm gonna bring my iPad out and watch some more. I have my Zoom call at 4, and then really kind of looking forward to getting back to eating right tomorrow. I'm not in that mindset yet. I'm still in a vacation eating mindset, which it should still be the same. I realize that whether you're on vacation or whether you're home should be the same kind of a mindset, but unfortunately I don't have that mindset. But I am looking forward to starting back at tomorrow. Jim and I have already planned for our dinner tomorrow when we went to his heart doctor, which he did get a good checkup. Jim's got something, which now that we realize that when he went to the hospital at that time, because we completely forgot. Remember when he was having that chest pain and they figured out it was just a muscle strain a couple weeks ago in June. I guess it wasn't actually in June, that Jim's got a weird heart type of thing, because his EKGs always show that he's having a heart attack. And so he's been going to the same heart doctor now for, I think, 6 years, 7 years, something like that. It's been a while. I'm trying to think when he retired. See, as soon as finally, I think he was 65, and I told him, you need to go into a doctor regularly. You go every 6 months to get your teeth cleaned. You go every year to get your eyes checked. We go for a physical every year, and the doctor had suggested that, that because she had we had switched doctors or something, and she did the AKG, and she suggested the heart doctor. So when we were talking to the heart doctor when we were talking to her, and she showed Jim all of his EKGs, because she takes one. He goes every 6 months, only because of his cholesterol level and all of that good. And the fact that his heart is a little weird is his heart shows that he's having a heart attack on the EKG. So she says, I don't really believe that you've been having a continuous heart attack for the last 6 years. She says, it's just the heart you were born with. Jim's sisters have heart murmurs, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I didn't even ask. But his EKGs always look like he has a heart attack, but he doesn't, which is going to be hard if he ever does really have a. She says which was good was when he went to the hospital, they did all the blood work to check for the enzymes, and all the enzymes ruled out a heart attack. So he never did have a heart attack, but his cholesterol is very high. So she had suggested, she said, why don't we try this in the next 6 months, that you're going to try to lose, I think she said 20 pounds in the next 6 months, which is 3 pounds a month, which she said that's a pound a week, basically almost a pound a week. So she said, why don't we work on that? And she says, and this time, for the next 6 months, I like her too, because she's she's a comedian. Serious. She's a serious doctor, but, she's got a light side to it too. And she's very thorough. Really, on a quick little side note, when Jim went to the chiropractor, and we had to go earlier to the chiropractor because he called Jim and asked if he could come in earlier, because Jim was his only appointment in the afternoon, and he wanted to take the afternoon off. But if Jim couldn't make it, then he would come, he would wait. Jim said, no, we go. So we went to his appointment. Instead of 2:30, we went at 11:30. And so then he got done by 12, but his heart doctor appointment wasn't until 1:30. So we got to the doctor's office about 12:15. Jim signed in. He says, I know my appointment's not for another hour, and like 1:30. He says, but I didn't want to go all the way home to come all the way back, so I'm just going to sit here, because what difference does it make if I sit at home or sit here? And so then they called Jim in about 12:30, and he went in at 12:30. And then when the doctor come in, she said, you benefited from the person not being here on time, because we moved you up. Because she's not a double booker, which I like, and she's very thorough with you. But unfortunately, I think she books every half hour, so she gives you like a half hour of her time, which I think is pretty darn good, because usually they double book, and they double book every 15 minutes. So we went in at 12:30. We were in there because she's so thorough until almost 1:45. I mean, we were in an hour and 15 minutes, because she was going through all of his, like his exams, and, like the fact that he went to the hospital a couple times and that. And she said, I bet you and then she even said when she was leaving, she says, I bet you the person that was supposed to come at 12:30 could kick himself for not being on time, because now, he's way behind. She wasn't behind on her schedule, but he would be behind on his because he was late. Okay, so why did I go there? Oh, back to my old ways, I'm telling you. That she had, so Jim's has cholesterol issues, and so she said, like, in the next 6 months, I'd like you to lose 20 pounds. And she says, and this time, why don't we try, instead of putting our cholesterol pill between 2 buns with a hamburger and some cheese, why don't we put it between some lettuce and tomato? And Jim just kind of laughed. So anyway, long way around to tell you that tomorrow I told Jim, I says, why don't we have a salad for dinner, and I'll grill some chicken earlier in the day so it'll be cold, and then we'll just have a salad with chicken on it, and then you can have some cottage cheese and pineapple on the side. And believe it or not, he agreed. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to try to make some healthier meals that he's going to eat. He's going to try to eat a little bit more vegetables. She even noted that she says, oh, when you left the hospital in October, you lost 20 pounds. And Jim said, yeah, I did. And she says, yeah, unfortunately, they found you again. And he says, yes, they did. And I can so relate, because I've found 50 pounds. And it's just disturbing to me. It's just, the toilet, like I said, at the cottage was so low. I had a very hard time getting up from the toilet because it was so low. It was like elementary school size. Even Christy said it was, Christy and Kathleen and Mary, everybody said it was low. Even the kids said it was low, so I know it was low. But I know that I had difficulty getting up out of the toilet because of my weight, because I've gained so much weight. And I just think that I'm back and forth debating, once again, about sharing my weight. I don't have a problem sharing my food, and I'm really embarrassed by how much weight I've gained. I really am embarrassed by that fact. I haven't weighed myself in 2 weeks, so I'm kind of curious to see what the scale's going to say tomorrow, because like I said, I've been in a 2-week vacation mode as far as my eating goes. I really do think I gained 3 or 4 pounds. I can put weight on it's like I don't know how I can put weight on so fast, but I can put weight on very fast, but it doesn't come off fast. And I know that I have to work harder than most people, I think, to lose weight the way my body is set up. And so that just goes back to eating healthy, sleeping better, drinking more water, getting my exercises in. I didn't walk the whole 2 weeks. I mean, I walked, but I didn't do a dedicated walk every day like I do with Denise. I'm going to start back doing that again tomorrow morning, walking my mile with Denise in the morning, maybe at night if it's not too hot, walking with Jim another mile, just for both of us to get out and get a little exercise after dinner sometime in the evening when it's a little cooler. But I don't want to disappear from the channel, and I have no intentions of disappearing from the channel. I get quite a bit of enjoyment out of doing this. It really helps me stay on track. I always think that even though I've gained almost 50 pounds back, well, I have gained 50 pounds back. No more saying almost. I've gained 50 pounds back. That I always wonder if I didn't have the channel to hold myself somewhat accountable, if I would have been back at my regular weight where I started, if not more. And I really do think that. And I do find that people that do the channel for a weight loss and then get embarrassed, which I am at this point, embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed by my weight gain that they tend to just stop recording and stop videotaping. And then I think that it's easier to fall back on your old ways. I'm falling back on my old ways, and I'm videotaping every day. So I have to figure out a way to be honest with myself and not blame different things on why I'm gaining weight. I know that when I was so close to a 100-pound loss, I really truly didn't feel I deserved it. I just felt that I sabotaged myself. I really did sabotage myself. And then it just fell back into the old ways of eating, which were so easy to do. It was just so easy to do. And I just, little by little, just had a carefree attitude about it. And I'm embarrassed. I'm just embarrassed that I've gained so much weight back, and I'm kind of disgusted with myself that I've allowed myself to do that. I wake up every morning, and I know I shouldn't, but I wake up every morning thinking, no, I should wake up every morning. I didn't mean it to sound like that. I should wake up every morning, but I wake up every morning with the thought of, you were almost there. You were almost there. And I have to get that thought out of my head. I just have to get my thought out of my head, because I really do think that if you think, I don't even think it, I know it. If you think negative thoughts, negative things are going to happen in your life. And when you think positive things happen in your life. So I always try to look at the positive, and I find that I've not been doing that lately. As far as my weight goes, I have so many positive things going on in my life, and my weight gain is nothing to do with anything that's going on in my life, other than I've just given up on myself, and I can't be doing that anymore. I just can't. I can't be thinking back to how many years it took me to get to that point But I have to realize that what I'm doing now is not working. It's just not working. And tomorrow I'm going to get on that scale, see how I've done. I'm going to do my meeting highlights. But I don't know if I really want to share my weight. I don't know. I really don't. It's just, part of me just thinks that sharing the weight is disturbing me. I don't know why, but it just is. And I enjoy doing this channel. I enjoy trying to encourage people, but I'm not, how can I be encouraging anybody when I'm gaining 50 pounds? So that's my thought. But I still find that the reason I lost my weight was because I had this channel. And I can always count on everybody's support and encouragement, and we'll see how it goes. How's that sound? I just want to get back feeling good about myself again as far as my weight. I feel good about everything in my life. I hope you understand what I'm saying. But I'm not feeling accomplished in my achievements of losing weight. And I have to put a fork in it and stop. I just really do. Because really, even fattening foods are not bringing me joy anymore either. So I might as well get back to eating the healthy foods and try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And that's what I've been doing. And I saw a clip of you can either be this 70-year-old or this 70-year-old. And unfortunately, the one was like an old 70-year-old, and the other one was a really active 70-year-old. And unfortunately, I'm the old 70-year-old right now. And I want to get back to being the exciting 70-year-old. You know, like the ready to take on the world. And not have to rely on people to help me get up out of a chair or to get up off of a toilet. For that. Thankfully, I never had to have anybody help me get up off the toilet. But there was a couple moments there that I was wondering. But anyway, so tune in tomorrow to see how my weight loss went. Weight loss. See, I have the positive thought in my mind that there's a loss, but we all know there's not going to be a loss. But stay with me and see how once again, see, the month is coming to an end. I always start off with a at the beginning of the month, and then like right in the middle I kind of wane. So I'm going to start tomorrow as saying that's the beginning of my month. How's that sound? Every day is a new start. Tomorrow is my first day of my new start. Even today is. I haven't really eaten anything yet today, so I can really start today. I really can. But anyway, babbling on. Back in my happy place in my bed. You know what? I love being on vacation. I love being at the cottage. We tried to book for next year, and we paid for the week $1,050 for the week. And so when I told them how much we liked the place and we wanted to rent it again next year, she said, "Well, we used to book through A1 Cottages, but now they're not doing it anymore. They're switching over to another website, Michigan Stays, MIC." Anyway, it's a different website who A1 used to go through. But when we booked it from A1, the price of the cottage was $1,050. Next year, the price of the cottage to this other website, because A1's not doing it anymore, is $2,350. Now, I realize that prices are going up. I realize that, but that's quite a jump in 1 year, I think. So, and then we found the perfect cabin. We could have all been in the same cottage, and it was right on the water, and it was only $2,200, and it slept 12, I think it said. It had 6 bedrooms. It was really nice. It had 6 bedrooms. 2 of the bedrooms had king-size beds, 2 of the bedrooms had queen-size beds, and 2 of the bedrooms had 2 single beds. And then it was air-conditioned, had a living room, and a kitchen, and like a little dining area, had a fireplace, had TV with cable, internet, and a really nice deck. And you walked off the deck and you walked onto the beach for $2,200. I was like, oh, so I'm right away, I'm going to book it, I'm going to pay for it and everything. It's booked until 2026. For no wonder for that price. So it would have been perfect. And it was right where we wanted to be, in the right area and everything. But such is life. Such is life. So we're going to... And then Jim, shocker of shocks, Jim is never like going to the cottage. He always, like I told you, jump and go. He'd always bring us up to the cottage and then leave. And then when I got home this time, he said, you know, I think maybe next year I might want to go with you. I said, oh, yeah, right. He says, no, I was really kind of missing you. I said, kinda? He said, no, I really was missing you. I said, what was it any different this year than any other year? He says, I don't know. I'm just getting older and realizing that, you know, all I did was sit around here. I could have done that at the cottage. I said, well, that's all I do is I sit in the chair, and then I go sit outside, and then I go sit on the beach, read my books. I said, that's all I do. He says, well, you basically do the same thing here. He says, but this way I'd be with you. I said, yeah, that would be good. So we're going to see if we can find something, and Jim will go with us next year. We'll see. I'm not sure about that, but we'll see about that. So anyway, that's going to do it for now. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. I know, I'm embarrassed. I can't say any other words other than I'm embarrassed. But I'll get over the embarrassment and the shame of my weight gain and get back on track. You watch, I'll do it. I know I will do it. I'm never giving up. Never.